Good day, good people. My name is Kapa Sekwele and I'm an online math tutor here to help young children turn their struggles into their successes. There are two main things that improve a child's skill level in mathematics: their understanding of math, as well as their level of practice when it comes to mathematics. Schools try their best to ensure that children get a good understanding of the subject, as well as a good amount of practice. However, the truth is, a lot of the time, what they get at school is simply not enough. For example, even though your child goes to class and they get taught a new part of mathematics, they still need to find time outside of class to do additional research and study that concept so that they can fully grasp it. So in the same way, although your child is given homework by their teacher to practice what they learn in class, chances are it's simply not enough to sharpen the skills they need to do well in tests and exams. I mean, you can even ask any child today. A lot of the times, the problems they get in their homework activity is nothing compared to the problems they need to solve in tests and exams. The level of difficulty is not the same many times, which means that regardless of how long they've studied, if they are not practicing sums that are at the same level of difficulty as the ones that they're given in tests and exams, they will never be prepared for any test or any exam. This then means that for you to be confident that your child is getting the level of practice that they need to do well in math, you need to look at the quantity of the work that they are practicing as well as the quality of the work they are practicing. So let's look at the first one, the quantity. Because the more you practice something, the better you become at it. Now, back in high school, I noticed the positive impact that this had on me. Back when I was in high school, my mother encouraged me to have both a math class book as well as a math scrapbook. So every time I had math homework, I would start by figuring out the math homework in my scrapbook. So this is where I would make all of my mess. I would figure out, I'd do all the calculations, and I could honestly say that that book was the most important book out of the two, because it's where I figured out how to solve math problems. But now, once I had done all of my homework in that scrapbook, I would close that book, then I would open up my math class book, which is the book that I would present to my teacher, and redo all of that homework in my math class book. Now, I wouldn't copy from the scrapbook. I would start all over again in my class book. Now, in all honesty, my aim when doing this wasn't necessarily to increase the amount of math practice that I was getting. I just did this so my math class book was neater. Like I said, with my math scrapbook, I could write notes, I could make all sorts of mistakes, and I could just figure the math out. So although it may seem redundant, as though I was doing the same thing all over again, it really wasn't, because I wasn't copying from my scrapbook. Therefore, I needed to remember the new skills that I had acquired when I was still scribbling in my scrapbook, when I was still figuring the homework out in the scrapbook. So by needing to remember the new math principles and the new skills that I learned from working in the scrapbook, I essentially engraved them into my mind. So you could say I was forced to do double the amount of homework, but I saw the positive impact that this had on my math skill. Now, if I were to quantify the amount, I would suggest your child do an extra 5 to 10 math sums every day, which could work out to about an hour, if not an hour and a half, of extra math practice each day. However, all that time spent practicing is absolutely pointless if your child is just doing easy sums, or sums that don't challenge them, sums that don't help them improve their skills, which is why the quality of this extra homework is also very important. I'm not going to spend too much time laboring on this point because it's pretty obvious. The higher the quality of the work, the better their skill level is going to become. Math practice is meant to sharpen your child's skills and also their understanding. Practicing math actually improves the theoretical understanding of the subject, because the practical side of math is actually the application of math theory. The practical side of math is math theory come to life. So the more they practice, the better they understand and the better they know, and the better they understand the math theory. So the only way math practice can actually sharpen their skills is if they work on sums that challenge them, sums that force them to think in order to solve them. These are the kinds of problems your child should be spending time working on. Now, I'm sure you as a parent do not necessarily have the time to check the quality of the work that your child is working on, or even the quantity of the work. So there are tools that can do that for you, and I have a video all about that down in the description box below. I'll also link it up here for you, and you can go ahead and check that out. If you need an online math tutor for your child, please be sure to go to the website down below and schedule a free consultation with me. I'd love to help your child improve their skills, so please go ahead and schedule a free consultation with me. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.